There's actually 3 different ways that the positive affirmations are really important in terms of this work. One of them is to start combating the negative messages and start changing the ego programming. And this programming is really deeply ingrained in us because it started in early childhood. So it's not like a software program we can pop out and pop in Love 4.0. You know, it's not like, oh, I got negative programming. I'll say I'll stop that right away. You know, it doesn't happen that way. It's like we have to tape over the old tapes and keep working on taping over the old tapes in order to start taking power over it. So that's really important to start doing. The second one is also really vitally important, which is opening up to receive. We all have this place deep down inside where we have this toxic shame that we don't really feel like we're good enough. We don't feel like we deserve good things. No matter how much consciously we're telling ourselves we need good things, deep down inside is this place where we don't believe it. And so it takes some work to start opening up to receive. I had to really practice and put a lot of effort into learning to say thank you, period, when I got a compliment. Instead of making a joke out of it, or minimizing it, oh, it was really nothing, or turning it back on the other person, oh, you did so much more than I did, or just changing the subject, you know, because I couldn't take it in. I wanted that positive feedback. I was looking for other people's validation, but then when they gave it to me, I didn't believe it, and I deflected it. You know, if somebody was nice to me and liked me, I was really suspicious, you know, that they either wanted something from me or else they were like seriously mentally ill, you know, I mean, because I knew I wasn't worth it deep down inside. And so I had to really practice just learning to say thank you, period, and let it in. I actually went to treatment for codependency, a 30-day treatment program for codependency in my 5th year of sobriety. And they had this tradition there. Every morning they had a group meeting with everybody who was there. There'd be 50-some people, and everybody get a couple minutes to say what they were feeling and what they were working on or whatever. And they had this tradition that if somebody said, I feel loved, the whole group said, you are loved. And you had to open up and go like this, take it in through your solar plexus, because the solar plexus chakra is where we take in and manifest out of. And my first week there, I thought that was the cheesiest, you know, dumbest thing I'd ever heard in my life. You'd never catch me doing something cheesy like that, right? Well, by the 3rd week, I was milking it for all I could get. I would say, I feel supercalifragilistic, expialidociously loved, and have 50 people shout that back at me, you know. And but it took some adjustment to allow it in, you know, because deep down inside I didn't really feel like I believed it. So those are the positive affirmations are real important to start helping us open up to receive. And know that we deserve good things because we're connected to the oneness of everything, not because of anything outside or accomplishments or looks or any of that stuff. And so one of the misconceptions a lot of people have about positive affirmations is that you have to really feel them for them to have power, you know. And it's nice when you can really feel them, when you're really feeling connected and you can really feel them, but the reality is most of the time it doesn't feel very loving down here, you know. And the reality, the truth is that the time we most need to do the positive affirmations is the time we least feel like we believe them. Because that's the time we're really getting ripped up by the critical parent voice. You know, my inner child button gets pushed where I feel like a loser and a failure, and the critical parent voice comes in like a prosecuting attorney, presenting all the evidence to prove what a loser and failure I am and how I screwed everything up, you know. And that's when I'm feeling the pain and the critical parent voice is beating me up, that's when I crash and burn. That's when I go into despair and depression and I just want to die, you know, because there's nothing worth living for. That's the time it's most important to fight back against that negativity. And do the positive affirmations, even if they're just by rote. You know, we want to start fighting back. Because choosing to do a positive affirmation, making a conscious choice to do a positive affirmation, is an act of love for ourselves. We want to start taking actions that are loving to ourselves.